Alright, so all my videos are like really backed up and delayed because I moved recently and then I had been sick for the last 2 weeks. I still have a cough here and there, but I put it this way, I'm a lot better than what I was. So they have this new event right now, but we can't really look at it because I need to go finish Durin's thing first. Mostly because Durin has a quest thing. And it says that you need 5 days in real life. Like, you need 5 real life days to finish this. And before I had left my old house, I had just gotten to like day 2. And at that time it said I had like 39 days, or yeah, 39 days remaining, because it started off at 40 days. And now I'm down to like 24. And I have to hurry and try to finish that so that I can get these reward thingies. These are what you use to ascend him, by the way. And I could use those. So, because if you complete it, they give you this outfit. A lot of people don't notice the differences, but basically his horns are different. They get like these lines that glow, which I think is cool. You have to really stare at it to notice it, I suppose, because the lighting is so light. But he gets like these glowing, pulsating lights in his horns. You can see it better from the back. Yeah, it's more noticeable from the back. He gets like these pulsating lights, and all of his crystals kind of glow with like a fire. Like, they look like they're glowing. And then the heart on his chest is the most obvious. It actually is exposed, and you can see the star symbol. And then he gets like the 3 little horns in the middle of his forehead on his hair. So it almost looks more like his horns are turning into like a crown. But yeah, that's what's different compared to his default outfit, is that the jewels have more of like a warm look, like they're burning. Like a scorch, like they look like they're hot. And then he gets the pulsating lights in his horns, and then the star, or the heart on his chest, opens up. Because I have him, so... What was I doing? Woo! Yeah, see, I could use those level up materials. Cause see, this is the default outfit. You can see the obvious differences, like the crystals aren't glowing. His heart in the middle has a spike on it, and his horns don't pulsate or glow. And he doesn't have like the 3 little horns in the middle. See. I think it's obvious. There's other people that said they didn't notice a change, but it's very obvious when you look at him. Mostly the heart in the middle is obvious, and then the 3 little horns on his forehead are the most obvious. And then the fact that the jewels are glowing a different color. I think it's obvious. There's some people that like have to squint or rub their eyes. They're like, what's different? But to me, it's immediately obvious. I mean, it would have been cooler if with this second outfit change they made his pants black. But it is what it is. Whoa. So we have to go finish his second half. Where the hell was that? Right here. So I'm having issues in my Ether account because there's a lot of like side story quests I haven't done yet. Because in that account I was mostly focused on like main Archon stuff. So this game locks you out of things if you don't have certain character story chapters done. And that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm like tangled up in multiple... It's like a freaking gigantic ball of yarn that's tangled. Like, I have to do a certain character's quest to open certain areas and locations. And having issues with this because he's locked out of stuff. Because it's like, oh, you have to have this character's thing done, and it's like, oh my god. let's talk to him again.
Hey, Durin! Any more clues for us? We're all set for the next chapter.
So where we left off, we helped the egg hatch in the story, and then I think we left. It's been like 2 weeks since I looked at it, so... Because the last time I looked at it, I was at my old house, and that was back like on December 4th, like Thursday. And it's already now Saturday, December 20th, so... It's been like 2 weeks. And I'm pretty sure that's what I did.
Yeah, I was just about to come find you. Let's see what it says.
Okay.
Now sprout to life the story's seeds, stirred by wind-born melodies.
They love to rhyme.
Then on that breeze the music leaves, fading into distant memories.
Everything is ending with ease.
Seek the place where wind and tale entwine, and once there, make 3 riddles into verse, and 3 melodies into song.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
For in poetry and song will this story start to blossom.
So this is being read by Durin's mother. And she's originally from Mondstadt, so she knows about ballads and songs and all of that. So it's like a pun on everything. Yeah. So Durin doesn't know much about this, like I said, or have been saying. He's still new to like his human form, and he's like not familiar with these terms, and that's why Ellis hired us to something on my screen to help him understand what that means.
Come on! Another riddle? All that talk about wind and melodies? What do you think the answer could be?
Wind, melodies, Mondstadt. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Venti. Did you see that wink I did, bro? I'm winking so hard.
Care to elaborate?
He's so confused.
Wind? Music? Poetry? Tone-deaf bards gotta know the answer.
Venti.
You mean Lord Barbados?
You know too?
Albedo introduced us when I first arrived in Mondstadt. I mean, someone like me was bound to catch his eye sooner or later.
So we've been using like keywords because the people here in Mondstadt are like oblivious to the fact that their animal archon, like the god of wind, has been with them all along. But a part of me feels like if they were to truly find out that Venti really is the animal archon, they might be upset, because there's been times where things have happened here and he did nothing to help them. And it's because Venti feels that he wants his people to have freedom. He wants them to rely on their own abilities versus, oh, because he's a god, he can do everything. Because there are things that even gods can't do. Like, once Venti lost his first friend, which was the form he took on, that boy's name is unknown, but when he died, Venti realized that in his first years of godhood, when that boy's vision died out, because I guess he got an animal vision, when he had died, the vision also turned dark. And that's when he realized for the first time in his god years that even though he was a god, he could not stop the vision from dying out, and he could not bring his friend back. Like, there were things that even gods can't do. Like, he cannot prevent death, he couldn't bring him back, and he realized then that his powers as a god as a whole were limited. And I understand that. Like, he doesn't want people to start putting blind faith in him, because people do that. Like, oh, because you're a god, you can bring back my dead wife. It's like, no. No. And he wants them to be free. He wants them to rely on their own abilities, and I agree with that. So I feel like if the people here were to find out that their god really was Venti, they would be upset. And it would probably ruin their beliefs in him. Because I think the reason why Venti is as strong as he is because his people believe wholeheartedly in him. And if they find out that their god's been amongst them the whole time and all he does is drink alcohol, they might get real upset about that. You know, and then his power would dwindle, because then people would stop believing in him. So that's why we're freaking out that Durin knows Venti's true identity, but I guess it's bound to happen.
It's better that it's out in the open anyway. Now, how shall we track him down?
Because there's only so many people here in Mondstadt who know Venti's identity. I believe it's us. I don't know about Kaya. I can't remember. Because I know for a fact that it is D-Luke and Jean know. Varka knows too. I believe Mona might know. I think Lisa might know. But I don't know about Kaya. Kaya might. But I know for a fact the people who know the most is D-Luke and Jean. And Varka. And Albedo. He's there.
I'm pretty sure he's already caught wind of what's going on here. Why don't we just see where the wind takes us?
Oh my god, everything's a pun.
Right. He definitely makes it easy to forget he's a real god sometimes.
See. Follow the wind's guidance. Yeah, I see it on the floor. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Da, 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 da. Why was he looking at me like that? Did you see that fucking look on his face? You know what freaks me out about Venti, or any animal character in general, is because they know things about the wind. I feel like everything isn't really private. Like, to me it feels like they know your business too much. And one person who gave that away was like Kazuha. He's like, oh, I heard that guy laughing on the wind. I can hear everything the guy was saying. And the fucking weirdest thing that's so disturbing to me still is that Kazuha says he can hear people's voices on the wind. It's like, even if you're like not near him, if you happen to be talking and there's wind nearby, he can attune to the animal power and he can hear what you're saying. Even if you're like 5 blocks away from him, he can hear what you're saying. And what's even more disturbing is they can even like pick up smells. There was like this one time I went to go talk to him and he goes, oh, I could smell your scent on the wind and I knew you were coming this way. And it's like, oh my god, you fucking freak. Like when he said that to me, I immediately got like, what's the word I'm looking for? I was like disturbed. He's like, I can smell you. Like, shut the fuck up. He's like, I can smell you and I can hear you. Okay. Where did it go? Was it this way? I see it on the floor, but it's like hard to see. This way? Hold on. Okay, I see it. It's very faint. You know, you guys could make the green color a little darker, so you can very barely see it.
Traveler, climb on!
Yeah.
What a sight for sore eyes! Ah, and the little dragon from the fairy tale world.
Why are you staring down at me like that? It's fucking weird. He's like, ah, I lured you to me. I'm a freak.
I heard your voices calling out to me on the wind. Something about needing help with a riddle?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry to disturb you, Lord Barbados.
You shouldn't be saying that alone.
Disturb me? Not at all! To tell you the truth, I'm just as curious about this riddle as you are. Let me take a look.
Oh. Wait, don't we get pulled into the story? He looks like he's upset. He's like, I don't understand it either. It'd be funny if he said that.
What is it? Did you figure out the answer?
No.
3 riddles and 3 melodies. That sure takes me back. The answer you seek lies hidden in memory.
I kind of figured he would have to be part of this because they show like a preview. They always like tease things like a whole week to 2 weeks before they're out. And we already did the Hexen Circle thing where we like helped him regain a part of his power. Because Venti's different from other Archons in that he has shards of fragments of power from Ishtroth, the god of time, who people believe is Venti's mother. And there's going to be a new playable character who is the White Horse Adeptus from Liyue, whose name is Zibai. And she's supposed to be Venti's sister and Ishtroth's daughter. She's going to be coming out in a future patch alongside Columbina. They're both going to be playable characters. And the reason why I say it's different is because he has like fragments of her power from the god of time, or the shade of time, Ishtroth. Venti has like fragment or like a piece of her power which governs time. So I wonder, like I knew he was part of this because they teased that, and I had already did that. Because I think he, like, takes you somewhere. And I don't know if that's why he's, like, hidden in memory. So, like, do we have to go back in time? Because this book can do that.
Looks like running to Tone Deaf Bard was the right call after all.
Oh, Jesus.
Long ago, those mages came to Mondstadt, seeking to test their strength against mine.
Yeah, I believe the Hexen Circle was formed solely to take out the Animal Archon. I don't know if that's true, but I remember reading somewhere that the Hexen Circle, like the witches, I think there was like 6 or 5 of them, they created their group solely to take out the God of Wind, and I don't know why.
But I replied, let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song.
Yeah, because they wanted to take him out, and he goes, wait a minute, let's just chill. And that's what he told them, let's make music, not war. Because they were going to eliminate him for some reason, but I don't know why.
So I strummed my lyre and sang them this verse.
Dude, you need to quit doing that, Venti. You're making that very obvious in front of everybody in the town what you are.
Oh wind, welcome now, my guests. Pass through verdant leaves unseen, where shape your formless self may take, and offer up a graceful scene, a fleeting gift for welcome's sake. Leave at the edge of a sea of clouds, where land meets sky and sky meets ground. They're frightened off the noisy crowds, and bring my guests a calm profound. Fly beneath the stars up high, where mortal noise is swept aside, that my dear guests with starry eyes may share the dreams they hold inside. Now go to where I vowed to keep a quiet spot for them to sleep. No clash, no contest bars the way, just tea and mirth to fill the day. There you have it, the 3 melodies. As for the answers to those 3 riddles, I trust you can guess them by now.
I was trying to listen along. So there's 3 answers here. So he welcomed them, and then your shape your formless self may take. So it's talking about himself, I think, because he was originally formless. He was like a little imp creature, and then he took on the form of this friend. Leapt off the edge of the clouds. I think that's him doing something for Mondstadt. He's saying what he wants to do for the people here. Is it talking about his friend who passed? And what he wants from Mondstadt, like he doesn't want fights anymore? He wants everybody to be happy? I think I'm getting it.
The woods, the edge of a cliff, and the sky?
Is it Star Snatch Cliff or Snow?
Correct! Funnily enough, your mother was also the first to solve it, all that time ago.
Look at him just posing up there on that wall like that.
There must be some kind of special rapport between those who write stories and those who sing them.
That is a fucking pose, Venti.
Woods, a cliff, and the sky. Oh, so that's where it is!
It has to be Star Snatch Cliff, right?
I suppose the spot that answer points to is where you're headed next.
I could be wrong, but that's the only thing I could think of.
You should know, after solving my riddle, the mages even accepted my proposal and made that location their official meeting spot. And going by what your book is suggesting, once you found it, you might want to try playing the melody I just shared with you.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Venti.
Guess you can be pretty reliable when it counts, huh? Great animal archon?
Dude, she's like shoving a finger in it when she says that.
Thanks for the help, Lord Barbados.
Yeah?
Still got questions for me, huh?
Yeah, you must have read countless tales in your time, being a wandering bard and all. In your experience, why might an author consider a story unfinished?
Unfinished? Well, I I guess if there's something left to accomplish in the story, or, oh! If the last line goes, to be continued.
Why'd you fucking wink at me like that? Oh my god.
Huh?
Wow, your helpfulness lasted for like 1 second.
In all seriousness, I would think the answer to that question lies in your mother's story itself. It's not my place to pry any further.
Well, the mage is dead. I don't think she would get too upset. Like, she's gone. Anna's daughter was her name, I think. She goes by M, but it's because she couldn't use her real name. Her and Alice fought over it because Alice wanted to be known as Mage A. And they couldn't have 2 A's, which is why Anna's daughter chose M.
Alright then. We should get going.
Okay. But, man, why are you still here? Man, is Hazo taller than... No, oh, hold on. Bring it in. He is taller, slightly. Like, if you were to take Venti's hat off, I think Hazo's taller by, like, maybe 1.5 inches. Look at that fucking stare.
I wonder when their next meeting will be.
There? Boy, are you freaking, like... Oh, my head. No, I guess it was that other area. It was the one where we did the chess game with Albedo. I should have known. I don't know why I was thinking over here. I'm an idiot. Alright. Go. Just go. Because we did this with Albedo, and we got lured into a chess game.
Okay, we're here. Now, we just need to play the 3 melodies, and we should be able to gather the memories for the next chapter, right?
I just feel like you're something eerie when you really truly break down, like, Venti specifically. Because he's the god of wind, right? I feel like the moment you enter Mondstadt, he would know that you're there. Like, you would have, like, this eerie feeling of, like, anytime the wind is present, that god knows I'm here. And it feels like you wouldn't be able to go anywhere or do anything or even say anything even to yourself because he would hear it. And I feel like it gives, like, this imposing feeling when you realize that. And the more I think about that, the more I'm like, oh my god.
A musical performance. Out of all the things Miss Lisa has taught me, that's the one I'm worst at.
Leave it to me. Oh, here we go. So, I think it's here. I fucked that up. Hold on. Try again. Did I do it wrong? One more. From poetry and song will the story start to blossom. I do like that because it reminds me of like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, how you used to have to play alongside whatever main character was teaching you a song to get you to one of the temples. And it reminds me of that because that's the only other game I've played where you have to use music to find things. That and Majora's Mask.
Even a war that shook the world could not halt the witches' gatherings. Yet even so, with the passing of time, 3 of their teacups no longer came to be set. The witches did not linger long in sorrow, for the story witch had brought glad tidings of her own.
They're saying 3
Born
won't
was
perish.
her dragon child, safe and sound. Her fellow witches offered up their blessings, eagerly debating how to celebrate the child's birth.
No, okay. What should be used to celebrate his birth? Sweet candy or vibrant balloons? Shit, I don't know. It looks like it was Nicole, Barbarloth, and Ellis. That's why I said originally there were 6 witches, but 3 of them died. That's why there's only 3 now. It's Nicole, Barbarloth, and Ellis are the only 3 that remain. I would say Candy, but he's a child. This, maybe? Because kids like Candy, but he was just born, he's a dragon. It's kind of wrong to give an infant child candy, rather if it's human or not. So maybe this? I could be wrong, it's probably this, though. Because what would he do with that? I don't know.
In the end, they settled on the most vibrant balloons they could find. After all, what could be more joyous than the arrival of new life? And so, the witches' gathering turned into a birthday celebration.
Okay.
So, we're back in the story world, huh?
Gex, think about it. What would an infant child do with candy? Rather if it's a dragon child or a human child or a cat child, candy seems wrong to give to somebody that young. Balloons make more sense.
As if from nowhere, new guests appeared at the witches' table. Perhaps they too had come to celebrate the dragon child's birthday.
I forgot. Rhine daughter is also one of the witches, and she's right there on the left. I forgot about her. Shit.
Yet while everyone else was busy thinking about what kind of gift to offer, these 3 seemed to have come empty-handed.
Yeah, cause it's Alice with the red hat, Barbarloth with the blue, Rhine daughter's in gold, and Durin's mother, Anna's daughter, or M, is the other one in blue. So was there 7 witches in total? Because how could there be 4 but yet 3 are gone? 4, 5, there's 7. There has to be 1 for every element then. Because Rhine daughter is Geo, Alice is Pyro, I want to say Barbarloth could be Hydro, and M, which was Durin's mother, could be Cryo.
Hardly the recipe for a warm welcome to a birthday party now, is it?
Shit.
A gift?
Hey, what's this all about? We only just found out this was a party.
While the guests voiced their complaints and grievances, perhaps they should have been wondering what kind of gift to give instead.
Little Durin is sleeping right there.
So, we need to bring a gift to advance the story? Oh, where are we supposed to get something like that?
Perhaps it would be a good idea to have a look around.
Why don't you just say so?
Paimon, give it a break. There he is. It's infant Durin. Okay, so we need to look at everything.
Hey, could we use these as gifts, maybe?
See, this is the thing that gets a little frustrating after a while, is there's so many things you need to go around and look at, and you have to choose between like the first one you look at, and sometimes you miss out on things because I went to this table first, but there were like other tables around, but I went to this one first. So if I picked my gift from here, I don't really get to look around at the other things.
At last, the guests found something to give the dragon child.
That sword was from the Simulanka story. Because it's kind of sad. My Ether account did not do the Simulanka story because I created the account a year after I created my Looming one and let him sit at the Animal Archon statue forever. Paimon's eyes are cracked out. And I never touched the account until just last year. So he didn't get to play through that, but my main account did. And that sword was in the Simulanka story, which is where Durin is from. But giving a dragon child a sword kind of seems wrong. But we'll see. My other Looming, my second backup, she didn't get to do it either because the only reason why I have 2 Looming accounts is when my main account got hack banned last year, Mahalio told me just to create a new account, and that's why I have 2 Looming accounts. So that's why. But that account didn't do Simulanka either. Only this account did, because this is my main account, so.
Guess that's a yes then. Which one should we go for?
Also, it wasn't the Genshin account itself, it was like my whole PSN that got hacked. It got resolved, but yeah, that sucked. And because my main Genshin account wasn't linked through an email, they couldn't help me recover it at that time. It's linked now, but back then it was not. So that was another problem. That's why they said, well, if you can't get unbanned to link your account in game, you have to start over. And that's why I did, because it wasn't linked. It is now, but wish I would have known that before that happened, because that sucks.
Still, the guests wondered, what kind of gift might the little dragon really want?
While you're speaking to him, Durin is that little dragon.
Should they put a warrior's sword in his hand and send him out on an unstoppable quest to save the world? Or perhaps a wandering hero's slingshot and the promise of a life of endless uncharted adventure? Or maybe even a scholar's tome and the chance to take on all the world's unsolved mysteries?
Well, we know that child Durin, as a dragon, he used to like to read. Because it's what his mother used to read to him. Because when he was put into the Simulanka world, he never actually met his mother. He would only ever hear her voice. He never met or saw her ever. And she used to like to read stories to him. And he used to read her own stories. And he even said so.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot of pressure all of a sudden.
What do you think, Durin? What would you like? This is you, after all.
Oh yeah! Technically, we're actually picking a gift for you. So, which one would you prefer?
You want me to choose? Wow, this feels kind of special.
It's whatever you want.
How come?
Because he's never picked gifts before, Paimon. Are we forgetting the fact that he is still new to his human form? He's never had a human body before. And I know, yeah, he has his dragon wings and his horns and his tails, but like 90% of his body is still human. 90% of it is human. I want to say 95% of it is human. There's only 5% that's not human, which is his horns, his tail, and his wings. So 95% of him is human. And I'm not even going to go there, because I know there's people that are like that, and I'm not going to say anything about male anatomy. Anyway.
For as long as I can remember, I've spent most of my time living in the stories my mother created.
You told me that before?
I always thought my mother had everything written out for me already. Just like the toy figures in Constellation Metropole. What I wanted to do with my own future. Huh. That's something I've never really thought about.
Because when she created him, she like basically wrote out his whole life with what she wanted it to be. And now he has to make it what he wants it to be.
What did I want back then? This is the first time I've ever asked myself that question.
Sounds like this is the perfect opportunity to answer it then. It's been a while since you left Simulanka, and after everything that's happened, it might be about time to start thinking about your future.
Yeah, about what you want. Instead of having somebody write your life, why don't you write it yourself?
Then let me give it some thought.
Oh god. Choose. Well, I'm gonna say the sword. Perfect for a little warrior in the making, yes, because he wants to carve out his own future, right? You can't carve out your future with a slingshot. You can't carve out your future with a tome. Maybe you can. It'll help you resolve problems, but what if you have to fight something your own? You can't just throw a book at an enemy. But if you had a sword, you could carve your own path. Because swords are universal. They can be used for anything, like figuratively and imaginatively. Like, you can use a sword to chop down trees in your way, as well as for other things. You can't do that with the other two. Yes.
In the end, the guests settled on the warrior's sword.
So, your dream is to become a warrior?
I just really want to be able to keep people safe.
See? I know this about Durin, because he's told me this before. When he first came into the world, we didn't see him at first, but when we finally met him in Notcry, he told us that he wanted to fight. He's like, you protected me in the past, and now I want to protect you. That's why he fought alongside everybody during the fight against Rerir and helped Columbina. He channeled Rerir's energy through the channeling circle caused by Albedo, created by Albedo. He channeled Rerir's energy into it, and then Durin sent it into himself. Like, it went like into the circle and then into Durin, and then Durin channeled it into a crystal, which then channeled it into Columbina. So he wants to like help, and even said so during that fight. He goes, I can help, I want to do something. And I know that about him, which is why I know for a fact the sword is the right choice.
If my time in Nodcry taught me anything, it's that a lot of problems in this world can only be settled by strength of arms.
Yes.
As long as I can help people, that's enough for me.
But you're already doing a great job.
Really? But I don't think it's enough.
Why, you helped us defeat Rerir, and you helped Columbina get some of her energy back. Or rather, you just stole the energy from Rerir, but you get it. Okay.
Alright. They should let us in now that we've got a gift, right?
Maybe.
Hello there. Brought a gift this time?
The newly arrived guest presented his gift, wishing the little dragon a future as an indomitable warrior. Accepting the guest's blessing, the Story Witch invited him and his friends to take their place around the table. Finally, she could introduce them all to her dragon child, telling all in attendance about the moment of his hatching, and of course, the name he'd been given. It was then that the Seer Witch, diviner of the stars, withdrew her gaze from the heavens and turned a sorrowful glance upon the little dragon.
Yeah, because Barbarloth can use hydroology or whatever it's called to see the future. And she knows things about people, so when it said sorrowful gaze, it's because she knows his future.
You gave him the same name as that evil dragon?
That's why she's like, what the hell?
That's right. But the life I intend for him shall be very different.
What folly, to love so blindly. For as you must know, a name is the mirror of destiny itself. He who bears an evil dragon's name must also inherit the fate of its previous owner. His fate has been foretold.
Then I'll rewrite it. The witches at the table fell silent, for they knew the Seer Witch's words had never once proven wrong. Yet, just as clearly, they recognized the Story Witch's resolve, for there is scarce a force in this world more fearsome than a mother's love.
Ryan daughter, no one know about that.
At last, the Merry Witch stepped forward, dispelling the uneasy silence.
So be it. Then we'll all lend a hand. Together, we shall rewrite this child's fate.
You mean to defy one of the fundamental rules of this world?
I refuse to be shackled by such rules. Besides, this is a witches' gathering, is it not? What could be more fitting a subject for this occasion than to defy them?
Oh? Sounds like an interesting experiment.
Oh my god, she has my name, what the fuck? Ryan daughter, this is unfair.
I suppose, were we to succeed in this endeavor, we might bring a touch of wonder to this otherwise dreary sky of stars.
The Merry Witch finally talked them all round, just like she had done many times before. Warm and strong as the sun she was, so much so, in fact, that those who her light shined down upon had no choice but to bask in it. And so the witches readied their gifts, 3 marvels of the cosmos.
For this child, I shall decipher the ravings of the heavens and lay bare before him the trickery of fate.
For this child, I shall leave a formula powerful enough to unravel the very origins of this world, that he may seek another solution for the conundrum of his life.
For this child, I shall call upon wondrous magic to make possible his impossible wish.
All the Story Witch had was the pen in her hand, Yet with the love that flowed from it, she resolved to bring forth a marvel of her own. For this child, I shall leave behind the last story I will ever write, and with it, a path to an ending yet untold. With the witch's blessings given and received, the little dragon's fate at last began to turn. In the midst of the dragon child's birthday celebration, the seer witch proclaimed her prophecy. The child had been given the evil dragon's name, and with it, the burden of its fate. But hearing this, the story witch vowed to rewrite it all, for such was her love and resolve. And so the other witches offered their gifts in turn, marvels as rare as any in the cosmos. Together, they sought to test one of the fundamental laws of this world, in part to support a mother's love, and in part to sate their own curiosity. Oh, and I almost forgot. Our new guests came bearing blessings of their own.
Did we?
Who knows? Perhaps this extra bit of courage might be all the little dragon needs to change his fate.
Yeah, the sword. That's why I chose it. It makes perfect sense. The witches ready their gifts, 3 marvels of the cosmos. Because you know what's funny? It was against the laws of Tevat to create life. That's what Egeria was punished for, the previous Hydro Archon, because she created, all of the Fontanians were originally Oceanids, created from the primordial sea. She was punished for that. But yet...
Yep. Looks like we've completed this chapter too.
Hold on. But yet, that's what the witch did. She created life, which was considered against the rules here. So her creating Durin as she did, creating life itself, was considered taboo. And Rhindaughter had did the same, because she created Albedo, which is like a homunculus. He was created from chalk. That's why he's called the Kaida Prince, the Chalk Prince. And then she also created the other Durin and all the other Rifthounds. So, because it's believed that only gods are allowed to create life, because that's how the Raiden Shogun, or the Electro Archon, created Skara. But Skara also dropped something that I didn't know. He originally said that he told Albedo and Durin that he was created from a branch of a white tree, similarly the way that Nahida was created by Rukkhadevata, that he's trying to say that he was created from a branch from the Irminsul tree, and then he was created using some kind of like mechanical abilities from Khaenri'ah, like ancient Khaenri'ah technology is what he was built with. So that makes me look at Scar a little differently now. Because I was like, oh, how did he get made in the first place? And he's trying to say that he was made from a branch from the Irminsul tree using technology from Khaenri'ah. And it's like, what the hell? So everybody's been breaking that rule in this world about creating life. And I don't mean like having a child. That's not the same. I mean creating life from nothing. That's like me grabbing a flower and I turn it into some woman. Like that's what I mean. I don't mean like the whole childbirth is normal in the world. That's allowed. Because that could be creating life as well, because that's what it is. But that's not the same. What I mean is creating life through non-means, like non-normal means. And a lot of people have done that, so it's like she already broke that rule.
Those witches in the story were the mages of the Hexen Circle, right? They sure seem to care a lot about you, Durin. But, Paimon kinda had trouble following your conversation. Just a bunch of mystery as usual.
The evil dragon's fate.
Oh, is that what you're worried about? But didn't we already take care of that?
Yeah, after what happened in Sri Lanka, with everyone's blessings.
The mages must have had a hand in that, too.
Look at that damn Venti statue and Mondstadt behind him, and it's all untextured, yet that statue is clear as day. That's creepish, bro. No matter where you go, Venti sees you.
Also, I was just thinking, what part of the story are we even meant to be completing?
The end.
Oh,
That's a very good question.
it feels less like we're filling in the gaps and more like we're adding something new altogether.
Yeah, 'cause it's the second time we've changed something.
But we use the ink, right? And the book hasn't given us any more clues, so that must mean our task is complete.
Yeah,
At least for
'cause
now.
that's what Ellis said. Every time you change something or add something in the story, the ink is used, and we've already used like 4 slots. Because the first time we used it is when we caused the egg to hatch. We made it hatch early, and now we've given him a sword. So we've already changed 2 different things that didn't happen originally.
Yeah, I guess we're doing something right.
Don't worry. Even if we run into trouble, we can always go ask Ellis.
Maybe I'm overthinking things. It's just... This is my mother's final wish. So I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, thanks for all your help. I'll let you know as soon as the book reveals a hint about the next chapter.
That damn statue's gonna freak me out.
Okay then. See you in the next chapter.
What the... Huh? Oh, don't you just love when things don't load right? Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Ugh. Don't fucking do that. Yeah, no, I have to do it this way. On 18 hours. Yeah, that's why I said it takes 5 real days in real life. It's currently 7:19 a.m., so... it gives me time, because I'm still working on my other accounts, and it is quite overwhelming for me to be doing all this shit all at once. It really is overwhelming. It's like... hey.
I think I'm gonna stick around. Take my time reading through this book.
Alright.
If you feel like jumping back into the story, just come find me.
You know I can't do that right now. Man, the way Hazo is staring at him. Why is Hazo always so mad? Look at that. Look at his face. He has like resting bitch face. I don't need these. Or do I need these? No. Alright. Man, he looks so mad. Bro, what the fuck? I gotta... Now let's read the letter. Okay, this is the one race challenge that every serious runner dreams of. The ultimate proving grounds for one's abilities. Armed with perseverance, courage, and speed, runners will hit the trails of Dragonspine, overcoming complex terrain and bone-chilling weather to reveal their true mettle. The Dragonspine International Cross Country Challenge is about to kick off. This year's event will see teams from Natlan, Sumeru, Inazuma, Liyue, and Mondstadt vying for the winner's crown. If you're a runner confident in feeling up to the challenge, then this race is for you. We also welcome all fans to attend and show their support. The Dragonspine International Cross Country Challenge Organization Committee. Oh my god.
Hey! It's a flyer for a competition!
I accepted it.
Dragonspine International Cross Country Challenge. Never heard of this before. International means there's gonna be people from all over for that taking part. Sounds like fun! We should check it out if we have time.
You know what's funny? If you mess around with this game, like the CBT1, like the pre-build before the game was created, originally in the pre-build they had all of Mondstadt made and half of, like I think it was all of Mondstadt, like from here to here to here to here, and then it was all of Dragonspine, and then it kind of was like, it was like part of Liyue Harbor was all they had made, and I can't unsee the game having, because it was like you could download it like on a file somewhere, and like when you see what the game looked like in it, like its beta build, I can't get it out of my mind. Like when I look at this field, when I stay here and I fly like over Mondstadt like this, my mind flashes back to what it used to look like in the beta build, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. And then when you would go to Dragonspine, there would be like ether models in the ground and you could push them. And you know what's funny is Ayaka was created at the beginning because she's an Inazuma character. But in the CBT1 files, you can find her model. And it was like she was created first. And then in Mondstadt, there used to be like a giant house building that was enormous. And I think it was them testing how big they could make structures and testing how things rendered from a distance. Because you could see, like, I'm really far and you could still see everything. Like those things flying way over there, that's like Fontaine stuff. So what I'm seeing is this, these blocks. I can teleport to them to show you. Because there's these blue blocks. So from where I'm at right now, I can see into Fontaine. I'm currently here, right? But you can see where my arrow is pointing. Like if we go from my arrow, which is here. We go from where Hazo is. If you go directly from where I'm looking, like this. See, I can see these blocks. And they were testing like the render distance. And even then, in the beginning build, it was far. See these blocks in the sky? Those? You could see those from where I just was. You could see these. Another thing you can see from a distance too is the thing in Liyue, or rather in Chenyu Vale. Chenyu Vale is here, but if you teleport to this area up here, on the Chiwang Terrace, this structure you can see pretty much almost from everywhere actually. This structure here, this thing, you can see that from great distances. This. So if I'm standing here and I teleport to like Petrichor, I can still see it. See? You can still see it. That's it. I was just there, now I'm over here. Or even there's the Mondstadt in not Mondstadt, the mausoleum in like this King Deshret's mausoleum. This you can see from Natlan. It is interesting. There's even like the observation bureau thing or whatever it's called, experimentation bureau. Like, see this?
Can anything even grow here?
Yeah.
Maybe we should leave.
We can't leave Aurora. See this, you can see if you go to Natlan. Like if I go across to Natlan from here, if I go to like here. Because like I was saying in Nodcry, that experimentation bureau, you can see from Natlan. So when I fly over Mondstadt, I just keep thinking of the CBT1 build and I lose my mind.
The sun is an eternal flame,
See,
and
you
the
can
people
see
of
it.
Natlan never shy away from meeting its gaze head on. Of course, sunglasses are always an option if it gets too intense.
Auroran, I may love you, but please give me a break. He's like, what? You can see that tree from Samaria. I just like how you can see shit in the distance, depending on where your character's looking. So every time I go to Mondstadt, I just think of CBT1. And like, that was freakish for me. It feels like some kind of like creepypasta. See, look, this is that tree. Yep, about the thing. Oh, his face. You know, when the characters don't load in right, it's funny. Feel like I'm losing my mind. Ugh. Okay. Whoa, it's gloomy here. Yeah, I don't have Ayaka. Fortunately. I tried to get her, but the game was like, nah. Where the hell are you? Hello? Where the am I blind? Ayaka. Fuck me. I always double tap. I hate when I do that. This is Ayaka. And then in the CBT1 build, she's like fully modeled and everything. It's strange. Alright. So I had like a video messing around with CBT1 where I was in Dragonspine playing as her and I pushed Ether. I was like, push Ether into the Ether. He's gone. Gone forever, never to return.
Oh, so many tents! I've never seen Dragonspine this busy before.
Yeah, there's Amber.
Look! It's Amber!
Why is monster music playing? What here? This is kind of strange. All that blue just descended. Look at the mountain. Oh my god. Oh my god.
There are things buried beneath the snow. Careful now. Let's not wake them up.
Chill. Chill, my love. Calm down. Like, why is he freaking the fuck out? Are you okay? He's like, no. I'm not okay. Never okay. Sad. Man, it's freezing here.
Hey there, Amber!
Care to talk to me for a minute?
Honorary Knight, Paimon! Sorry, I was chatting away and didn't even notice you arrived. It's so good to see you again.
What are you up to?
Oh, I was just discussing competition stuff with Mr. Hines. So what brings you to Dragonspine? Not a commission, I assume.
No.
Nope. We just saw some cool flyer. Thought we'd come see what all the fuss is about.
I go where the fun is. I was hoping we might run into some old friends.
Well then, you've come to the right people. Mr. Hines and I are staff on the organizing committee here.
Hello, Honorary Knight. And you must be Paimon.
He's never met us before.
Field Officer Hines, First Company, Knights of Favonius. It's an honor to meet you both. The contest hasn't kicked off yet. We're still in the process of issuing the spectator tickets and VIP tickets. Speaking of which, take these. We reserved a couple of VIP tickets for you.
So you knew I was coming?
You're welcome.
That's not what I said, but okay.
You mentioned an organizing committee. Is that part of the Dragonspine International Cross Country Challenge? That's what we saw on the flyer.
That is such a long mouthful, bro.
Yup, the organizing committee is a joint effort between the Knights of Favonius and representatives from Springvale.
Okay.
More specifically, Hines and I are in charge of registrations and security, while the Springvale team is responsible for refereeing and support. So any problems, just come find us. We're here to make sure all contestants and spectators have an enjoyable experience.
We'll always count on you. We'll be delighted to spectate. Oh, we can count on you.
This is the biggest contest of its kind we've ever had. A lot of international contestants have signed up, even some from Natland.
Ooh.
It's sure to be an exciting few days.
I'll say it as many times as I need to. That's Faressa's thing. Natland is by far one of my favorite regions in the game. When it first came out, when this game first came out, Inazuma was my favorite region. But as I looked at all the regions as a whole, Natland is the only region that makes me feel like I belong. Like it feels like home to me. And I liked how all of the characters were constantly involved in every damn side quest, well, most every side quest, or every main story quest. Like all the characters for that region were involved, not just 2 or 3, every single one of them were involved. And it felt like a togetherness. Like they said, no one fights alone. And I kind of, like, I got that from everything that they did and happened. Everybody was always there all the time. As were in other nations, you only ever seen like 3 or 4 or 5 main characters that had to take part in the event in which you were doing. It wasn't like every single character for that nation was there. It was only ever a few. Like Sumeru had quite a few characters that were involved in the main Archon quest, like Sino and other characters like that. But it wasn't every character. It was just like main characters like Alhaitham and Sino and Tainari and Kale and Nilo, characters like that. Like Dia and Candace, but it wasn't like everybody, you know what I mean? And same thing with the other Archon quests. Even in Mondstadt, it was mostly just Dean and D-Luke looking for Venti, and Venti as well. It wasn't like every other Mondstadt character, and same thing with Liyue. It wasn't like all those characters, and I think it's probably because these other nations have too many main characters, as where Natlan at the time didn't. And I think that's probably why they were all involved. But their Archon was involved with the people from the beginning, as where the other Archons and the other nations were more like, seemed like they were against their own people. And Venti and Zhongli didn't really participate in main fights at all. Like, Venti tried against, like, Senora, but, like, main fights, he was there during the Durin thing. But there were some things, like, with the Jade Palace and Liyue, like, Zhongli was just not there for that.